The weather right now, beautiful spring day all across the Bay Area. Kids out enjoying the fountains at Plaza de Chavez in San Jose this afternoon, where it was in the upper 70s. So especially here in San Francisco, we're also in the 70s. So kind of felt like summer, at least here.
Yeah, or fall even. When the
I was going to take that in fall.
San Francisco summer, which happens in fall. Either way, way above normal temperatures.
It was
today.
nice.
Yeah, we're going to go up and down over the next several days, but the general theme is that we're mainly going to stay in above normal territory. Let's take a look at the big picture perspective, and this is the cloud simulation over the next couple of days. And we are going to see some passing clouds over the Bay Area, the return of some marine clouds first, and then clouds farther up in the atmosphere as the storm system pushes more substantial cloud cover into the Pacific Northwest. But that's where the rain chances are going to stay. We're going to see passing clouds over our neck of the woods, but no moisture being squeezed out of those clouds other than just a little bit of coastal drizzle whenever the fog does manage to thicken up a little bit. Let's take a look at where things stand right now with a look outside from the Mark Hopkins Hotel. Bright blue skies and warm temperatures. It's 80 degrees on the button right now in Concord and in Livermore. Mid to upper 70s in San Jose and Santa Rosa. 71 degrees in Oakland. It's still holding on to 66 degrees in San Francisco. A little warmer earlier in the day, but the onshore breeze has pushed temperatures down just a little bit. We are going to see the return of the fog later on tonight. Let's take a look at Futurecast as we head through the overnight and into early tomorrow morning. And that fog is going to first make its way towards the coast. It is going to poke through the Golden Gate likely after midnight and then spread out inside the bay and maybe even make a little intrusion into some of the inland valleys by early tomorrow morning. That will help to put the brakes on the warm up for the first couple hours of daylight, but the fog should retreat out of those inland valleys by about 9-10 o'clock at the latest, and even pulling away from the coast as we head into early afternoon. So temperatures are still going to manage to warm up, just not quite as much as today. Overnight lows dropping down to basically what's normal for this time of year, maybe a couple degrees above average. The coolest spots will be around 46 degrees in Santa Rosa and Petaluma. The warmest locations only about 5 or 6 degrees warmer than that. 52 degrees in Antioch, 51 for Fremont and in San Jose. Now temperatures tomorrow, instead of about 5 to 10 degrees above normal like we were today, we're going to be about 5 to 7 degrees above normal. So kind of narrowing the gap a little bit. Mid to upper 70s in the Santa Clara Valley, mid to upper 70s east of the Oakland Hills, with temperatures a mix of upper 60s and low 70s around the bay, still in the low 60s along the coast. So the onshore influence is certainly going to be with us. The onshore breeze strengthening a little bit during the afternoon, keeping your temperatures, again, free air conditioning for the coast and just short of 70 degrees in San Francisco by tomorrow afternoon. Let's track that wind hour by hour, and it's going to be strongest, as expected this time of year, in the afternoon. We've had some gusts over 20 miles an hour today, closer to 25 miles an hour from mid-afternoon into early evening. That wind is going to be straight out of the west, helping to push that marine air just a little bit farther inland. It doesn't really have too much of an impact on the UV index. That, again, is impacted by the marine cloud cover. But even with passing clouds overhead, we should be one notch lower on the UV index scale for tomorrow. Still in the high category, so burn time is going to be around 30 minutes. Make sure you are appropriately precautioned for that. And here's the up and down temperature pattern as we head through the next several days. Temperatures reaching up to the low 80s on Sunday. These are the temperatures for Livermore as we look at the next 10 days. And you see the up and down trend, but even the coolest days are going to be near or slightly above average, even when we do kind of hit the bottom of the roller coaster. Let's take a look at the 7-day forecast, and we'll start at the coast where the temperatures aren't going to vary quite as much. The coolest days in the upper 50s, the warmest days making it up into the mid 60s on Sunday. That's going to be the warmest day for the entire Bay Area as we look at the 7-day outlook. Temperatures around the Bay reaching up into the low 70s again tomorrow and again for the second half of the weekend. But the coolest days, just maybe a half dozen degrees cooler, reaching up still into the upper 60s, which is where we're supposed to be this time of year. Temperatures farther inland. Another day in the low 80s is on the way. It's not going to be tomorrow or Friday or Saturday. It's going to happen on Sunday. Temperatures might even be a degree or two warmer than they were today. We'll keep you updated on that as we head towards the weekend. Right?
All right. Thanks, Paul.